I'm coming to you and I'm like, okay, I want to learn how to manifest. I want to learn how to change my mindset. What does that even look like?
God placed desires in our hearts for us.
Yes.
Right? So what is it that you want? Because a lot of people don't even know how to answer that question.
Don't know.
You want money to respect you, you got to respect money, right?
What does respecting money look like though?
Money is an energy and you're in a relationship with it. I have a money date. You can like light a candle, pull out your journal, set vibes, and look at your accounts.
Don't say nothing to me when y'all see me on Snapchat with my candle and my man, Benjamin Franklin. If you ask me what's in my bank account right now, I should know the numbers. I'll just swipe my card, tap my card, and then I'll look at my account and be like, damn, when did it get here? I thought I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 800,000. This little, this little 20.
Let's try this again.
All right, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Try This Again. I am your host, B Simone. I have a beautiful guest today, but before we get to this guest, I know y'all see her. If you're on YouTube, you see her, but if you're listening to the audio, you're just like an audio listener, you need to go on over to YouTube so you can see how cute we are. This is my girl, and I will introduce her in just a minute, but y'all... LTTA family, first of all, if you are new here, thank you for giving me a chance. I'm going to pop your Let's Try This Again cherry, and you're going to love it here. You're going to stay here, and you're never going to leave. I'm manifesting that. Hint, hint on the topic today. But if you are an OG listener, thank you for coming back. Thank you for loving it here. Thank you for, spreading the word, giving us a chance, coming back. Y'all, we have an app, and this is so crazy. I need y'all to join this community of like-minded women, like-minded people coming together that just want to heal, evolve, grow, and be better in all aspects of their life. If that sounds like you, I mean, obviously it's you if you're here listening to this podcast. But if that sounds like you, go to lttaapp.com. Join the community, you guys. I am so excited about that community growing, and I can't wait to see you there. So with that being said, I said manifestation, and I spoke on it a little bit. Y'all know I talk about it all the time, speaking things into existence. Of course, y'all know I'm Christian, so that's in the Word of God. Speaking things, saying it, believing it, outcomes, whatever comes out of your mouth is your reality. Whatever you think, as a man thinketh, so is he. Like all of the things that are biblical is literally manifestation, you guys. Like it's so real. And today I have my girl Jamie with me. Hi, James.
Hey, B.
How you doing?
I'm
You look
good.
so freaking cute today.
Thank you.
It's giving model.
It's giving. Woke up really early to get cute for you.
It is early. We're in LA at the Dear Media Studios. I had my workout this morning at 6 a.m.
I saw on your stories.
Girl, I was so proud of myself. I got to the gym and I was excited to be here. Jamie is with us today, and she is a life coach, and you focus on manifesting and mindset. So tell me what that even looks like. Like, let's just start off with if somebody comes to you, what are they coming to you for? What are you servicing them? Like manifesting and mindset. And how did you even get into that?
Well, which one of those do you want me to answer?
I know. Okay. So let's start with the first question. If I'm coming to you and I'm like, okay. I want to learn how to manifest. I want to learn how to change my mindset. What are you telling me? What are you giving me? What does that even look like?
Okay, so usually people come to me because they are maybe like unhappy with where they're at, or they want more. They want to get to like this next level of themselves and their lives, and they just feel stuck, like they don't know how to get there. They've been just manifesting their same reality over and over and over again based off thinking the same thing over again and doing the same actions over again. And they've kind of like hit a wall. And so I help them get really clear on their limiting beliefs. And I help them shift their mindset, and I help them really, like, what I help people to do is become the version of themselves they need to be in order to be an energetic match for the desires that they're calling in.
To get what they want.
Totally. So
You guys, after years of wearing bulky, heavy push-up bras, I gave up, y'all. I was just letting my boobs sag at this point so I could just be comfortable, okay? But y'all, I finally gave Skims Intimates a try, and baby, they did not disappoint. I finally wear bras again, and that's because Skims made me a believer. This one is so light, you guys, and it makes my boobs look absolutely amazing and perky, but it's also comfortable. That's what's important. Not only do I feel sexy, I feel good. The Ultimate Push-Up Bra is perfect and the fabric is magical, baby. It's a seamless fit that makes me feel so feminine and flawless. Y'all, my boobs are natural, so they do have a little sag, okay? Don't judge me, but this bra helps keep them in the right place. Plus, there's no bulky padding or intense wires digging in my side. Shop the Skims Ultimate Bra Collection more at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. All right, you guys, back to the show.
I'll give you like a quick little like steps
Okay.
that I like
love
take
that.
people through. So the first thing I always ask someone is like, what do you want? What is it that you want? Because a lot of people don't even know how to answer that question. Or they think they know what they want, or they have like ego desires that they, have accumulated over time.
What's like an ego desire?
It's just something that maybe like you think you should want, or you want because it'll make you feel cool or
be happy,
whatever,
or like fill a void, or societal standards.
Totally.
Okay.
And I think that like it's really important to get clear on your heart-led desires. And I love that you were talking about how like manifestation is like in the Bible and stuff, because
They like speak it.
I truly believe that your desires were placed in your heart by, and
God
I say
gives you the
God
desires of your
source
heart.
universe, because I like to interchange those words because everybody uses a different word to describe their God. But
Yes. What do you believe? If I can ask you that.
yes, I would love to answer that.
Yeah.
I used to be Catholic.
Okay.
And then I
grew up Catholic.
then I went to a Baptist school.
Okay.
And then I became Christian.
Okay.
And then after my dad passed away, I had this like, what is life moment? And I had like a spiritual awakening, and I like veered away from religion altogether.
Okay.
And I went like all the way in the opposite direction, where I didn't even want to say like the word God.
Wow.
It kind of gave me like an ick, if I'm being completely honest.
Wow.
I had like the ick with religion in the way that I had experienced it. And I went all the way to like only universe, only spirituality. And now I'm like finding this balance of like being able to say God again without having the ick, which is really nice and beautiful.
I love that. Jamie.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
I still have like all my spiritual things that I believe,
Yeah.
it just,
Yeah.
you just have to like find your way with God and your
Yeah.
connection to God, whatever that
Yeah.
is for you. But I know that people use different words. So I always say God, source, universe when I talk.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to manifestation.
Yes.
I really believe that I'll just say God placed desires in our hearts for us.
Yes.
Right? So when I say ego desire, it's like I haven't tuned into what God has placed in my heart for me. I'm just going off a desire that like I think I want, or like will make me feel better or whatever, And I think it's really important to get clear on like the desires that were placed in your heart by God, source, universe, for you to have, for you to manifest. It's like you might want some of the same things that I do, and I might want some of the same things that they do, but like there's specific things in there for me of how it's supposed to be brought to life. And so I think that's foundational in manifestation, is getting clear on that those desires, your heart-led desires that were placed in your heart for you to manifest and actualize. It's like actually like a roadmap.
Yeah.
If you can tune into what that is, then what your divine assignment in this lifetime is. Like, oh, I got to figure out how to bring this into my reality. So that's really step one, which I think people maybe like skip over that part.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Yeah. What are the desires God placed in your heart?
Yeah. Or you'd be surprised how many people haven't allowed themselves to want what they want. It's like, oh,
that's
like,
bad.
That's bad. Or asking too much, or just,
it's not possible.
It's not possible. All the things. So getting clear on what you want, and then like owning that 10 toes down, like, I want this.
I want the $1 million business.
Yes.
I want the husband. I want the
I
children.
want it all.
I want it all.
Give it to me. It's for me.
Yeah.
It was placed in here for me. It's for me. So I get to have it.
I get to have it.
Then I would ask you, like, what are your limiting beliefs around having this? So like, what do you feel is like your secondary thought? Once you're like, oh, I want this, there's always this like secondary thought or feeling that's like, ooh, but it's almost like a cringy feeling, like, oh, I don't think that I could have it, or that feels too hard to achieve, or that gets to happen for other people, but not for me, or I'm not worthy of that. Just like all these limiting beliefs that are like lingering in our belief system.
So like an example would be like, I want a husband that's faithful, but all men cheat.
Exactly. Exactly. And if that's your belief, as bad as you want a faithful husband, as bad as you want a faithful husband,
You believe
if that
all
is
men
in
cheat.
you,
Yeah.
that's what you're manifesting.
Yeah.
Or you're just like at a standstill because your desire and your belief are in conflict with each other.
Got it.
So universe is like, God is like, I heard you say you wanted a husband that's faithful, amazing. And you're
But
like,
you don't even
all men
believe
cheat.
it.
And he's like, okay. So you want this or this? I don't know what to give you.
What do you believe?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
So I tell you to get really clear on your limiting beliefs, like what around this desire makes you feel like you can't have it.
Okay.
And I would say write it down because seeing it on paper is like, oh, no wonder I don't have it.
Right.
No
This is
wonder-
what I believe.
Oh, this is what I believe. No wonder it's
Okay.
not here yet.
You guys, Simply Pop has launched a new prebiotic soda. Simply Pop, the new juicy soda. There are 5 flavors, y'all. Pineapple, mango, lime, strawberry, citrus punch, and fruit punch. Made with real fruit juice, y'all. Simply Pop supports gut health with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber. And y'all know I don't play about my gut health. It has no added sugar and it's sweetened with juices, monk fruit, extract. Supports immune health with zinc plus vitamin C, y'all. Simply Pop is flavor that pops. See what all the fizz is about. Simply Pop is the new juicy soda that happens when you combine that delicious real fruit flavors of Simply with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support that gut health, y'all. That's why Simply Pop contains the same real fruit flavors you know and love, and no added sugar makes for a soda that even a juice would drink. I personally love the citrus punch because they are literally so refreshing. And when you add 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support gut health, I mean, come on now, y'all. Y'all know how healthy I am, and I don't play about my gut. Sip on the juice side of life. Find out where you can try Simply Pop at CokeURL.com/SimplyPop.
Y'all hear that? I want everybody to do this as she's talking. If you're listening,
Take
go
notes.
ahead and get your piece of paper because it's a little free session now.
Yeah, get your
If you want a
your
little
journal.
upgrade, you're going to DM her. But this is a little free session. Step 1, step 2. Okay, what do you want? And what are your limiting beliefs around
Having that, yeah.
having that, okay?
And then step 3, I would say, is asking yourself, is this that I just wrote down, is this that I believe the ultimate truth? Like, is it the ultimate truth? Is it written in the Bible? Is it written in the stars in the sky and hieroglyphics in some Egyptian cage that you cannot have it, that you're not good enough for it, that you're not worthy or deserving of it? Like, is it the ultimate truth? Did God come down and condemn you and said, you are not good enough?
Wow.
And the answer is always no.
Always no.
It's always no, but we have to ask ourselves that, because if we don't, we kind of believe that it is the ultimate truth. Like, this is just what it gets to be for me, I guess, you know? But if you can realize that it's not the ultimate truth, then you get to ask yourself, well, okay,
That's so good.
if it's not the ultimate truth, it's just my truth based on what I've experienced and based off what I've believed up until this point. But it's not the ultimate truth, which means that I can choose a new truth. I can choose a new belief. So now we're on to step 4. What do I want to believe instead? And what would make me feel so good to believe? And what do I need to believe in order to be an energetic match for that desire? What is someone who has those things or that life, what do they believe?
What do they believe? How do they act? How do they move? How do they... even this morning, getting up at 6 a.m., I'm like, I have a pod day today and I'm shooting 5 episodes and I am a boss and I'm a multimillionaire, and that woman gets up.
She gets up.
I did not want to get up. I was like, she is in the gym at 6 a.m.
And she believes that it's easy to do. It's part of her life. That's just what she does. That's what she believes.
Yep.
So then that takes me to the next step. I don't know. What are we at? 5?
5. Yep. Step 5.
Is taking inspired action towards those desires now with like this new belief system that you're creating for yourself. So once you decide like your new beliefs, like this is what I want to believe instead, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to say these on repeat. I'm going to tell myself these. I'm going to program them into myself. I'm going to
believe it
until I believe it. And then I'm going to take action as this version of myself.
Yeah. And like even what you said, the ultimate truth, what does God say about you? If you're like, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, but God says you're blessed, you're healed, you're set free, meditating on what he says, what is the ultimate truth about you?
Yes. So, you know, there's a bunch of steps in here.
Yeah.
Who knows? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's a step in there where you literally sit in prayer, meditation, silence so that you can hear the downloads, the information, what God is saying to you to tell you to do next. Like, I don't know. Sometimes,
and he will.
And like, it's your intuition as well, right? Like, I feel like I should do this thing, even though it's not a logical thing to do. Doesn't make sense at all. But God is telling me to do this thing. Like, God's telling me to go to a coffee shop for some reason. I don't know. You go to this coffee shop. It's not the usual coffee shop you go to, and you meet someone that changes your life. Yes. Or you meet the love of your life there. Yes. I don't know. Or you meet someone that introduces you to someone, and you sign up for this course that, whatever.
Along the path.
Totally. Yes. So, yeah. And then it's ultimately about just like becoming the version of yourself, embodying the version of you that has those things, that lives that life, that has that manifestation.
And before you go on, I want to give an example of that, you guys, because I have a real-time example of that. I was just talking about it in the car. I got a call from a guy that is in the field of film and writing and producing. And I'm hopefully, God willing, I get to work with him. But last year I was on the Still Standing comedy tour. I did my own comedy tour. I did like 35 cities. It was phenomenal. We all over the nation. And this year I told my agent, I was like, I want to do spot dates, you know, and that might not be, like you said, logical. I'm losing so much money by not being on the road every weekend, by not doing this full tour. But something, God, my feeling, how I feel, I feel like God is moving me. Okay, the desires is you want to act, you want to do all these things. I have to put that to the side a little bit. And now I'm in acting class. I've been doing
space for it.
I have to make space for it. So even though I'm sacrificing financially, which we're going to get into, we're about to talk about finances, y'all. Oh, Lord.
Why am I so happy?
Limiting beliefs around money. Okay, we're going to get there. But I truly believe this is aligned with where I'm trying to go. So trusting that feeling, trusting God, even when he tells you to do something and you logically don't see it or understand why. I'm like, no, this year I'm focusing on acting. I want to, invest in LTTA Productions. I want us to produce other podcasts and us to produce like film and all these things that logically it's like, where's this money coming from if you're not on the road? But you believe God will make a way and, you just stay on the path. So that's a real time example of whatever number that was, 6 or 5 or that step.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I'm doing that in real time. Yeah. So it's like not being on tour is like, this is kind of crazy. Like I want to be on the road. It
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
But it doesn't matter. It's actually not supposed to make sense because the things that make sense, you've done all of those things.
Yeah.
You've done all the things that make sense and they've gotten you here.
Yeah.
You got to do something different. You have to try something different. You have to listen to the intuitive, divine guidance of what's next to get you where it is you're telling God you want to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So how did you get into, that was my second question. How did you even start this? And then we'll get into, you guys, limiting beliefs around finances. My God, we're going to get into that, y'all. The money. If you're struggling with money, if you're trying to get to the money, if you're trying to get to the bag, you've been hustling, running around in circles. Oh my God. Money. Because I have stories about that. Then had the money, then lost the money. Now I'm like, all right, now I'm budgeting. Then you go back to losing the money. Then you go back to, oh my. It's like, oh, okay, when is it just going to be a flow? A flow. And I'll let you answer that question. But Jazz, we had a conversation maybe about a couple years ago, and she asked me, like, do you respect your money? And I'm like, no. Actually, I don't.
Now that I think about it.
I don't. So I want to talk about that too. But how did you get into life coaching and what brought you to this point to even be like, I have this gift to help women or help people, men and women, manifest and put aside their limiting beliefs?
So, okay, I love this story. I've been a professional dancer my whole life.
Y'all, for everybody. Go look her up. Stop playing. Okay, just put your little resume. Tell them who you've been dancing for.
I've been on tour with Pitbull,
everybody,
Tyga, Becky G. I've danced Chris Brown music videos, Christina Aguilera. I did the Super Bowl with J-Lo in 2020, right before the world shut down in Miami, my hometown.
Yeah.
With Britney. Yeah. She did Shakira.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so was my life, my whole life. Just that Lady Gaga meme that's like, or that Lady Gaga reel that's like, bus, bus, club, tour, show. That was my life.
That was your life.
That was literally my life.
Yeah.
And then, that was my life. In 2012, my dad passed away, which I mentioned earlier. And like I said, that stirred things up for me.
I was like, really close.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
we were, and it wasn't not expected.
Wow.
So that, like, cracked me open in a new way that led me to just have like questions about life and seeking something. Like I needed something to connect to, and that led me to like spirituality and the universe. Like that's what worked for me then. And I just remember being like, I don't know, when you lose someone so close to you, you're like, what is life? And you're just like searching to feel better in some way. And I would remember being like on Google, like how to be happy, like looking at blogs of like just trying to feel better in any way, shape or form. And I came across like a lot of things about mindfulness and meditation and law of attraction and the universe and spirituality. And I just like, I loved it. It called out to me and I went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So that was 2012. So from 2012 to 2020, I just was like healing, you know, like using everything that I had been learning to like heal. And I hired my first life coach and I was like, okay, that's cool. I like what she's doing for me. And it just was helping me be so aware with myself and things I needed to heal about myself and things like that, learn to love myself, etc. So in 2020, when the world shut down, my life was like tours, shows, all the things. I had always said to myself, like, okay, this like spirituality, mindset stuff, manifestation is really cool. Like I could do something with this after dance. Thinking after dance was like years away. And then pandemic happened and I was like, oh,
this is after dance.
After dance is today. Literally today.
Yep.
And in that time, I had nothing to do like everyone else, but sit with myself and my feelings. And like, there was so many uncomfortable feelings that I had about myself and about my life and about life in general that kind of like flooded to the surface. And I had to be like, ooh, that's what I feel about myself. Like, oh, that's what I think about myself. So I put myself through like a self-love boot camp during the pandemic where I literally every day was like, we're going to learn how to love ourselves.
Wow.
Okay.
What does that look like?
I picked
self-love boot camp?
Yeah, I picked up a book called Mirror Work by Louise Hay. And it literally taught me how to like look in the mirror every day and be like, I am learning to love you. Like at the time, it was like the most uncomfortable thing ever because I hadn't looked at myself like that before. So anyways.
Or if you just stare at yourself in the mirror, y'all do that.
Yeah.
Go in the mirror and just look at yourself.
Scary.
It's so scary. You're like, whoa, was that a spirit? What was that?
But
what is that?
But listen, what I realized was like, I crave for a man to just like look at me and just think I'm like the most beautiful thing ever and like stare into my eyes and be so comfortable and be intimate with me in that way. And I couldn't even do it for myself. So what do you think I'm attracting here?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I really knew that I had to learn how to love myself, the good and the bad, and the things, especially the things that were like cringy to me.
And the way you want it to be loved. Yeah.
Exactly. So I did that. That was very uncomfortable. And after I had put myself through self-love boot camp, I was like, okay, so after dance is today, dance is non-existent. I have no way of making money. What is my life? So that's when I was like, I had been dabbling in manifestation, but this is my opportunity to really be like, oh, I get to manifest a new life for myself, especially because the life that I had no longer exists.
Wow.
I don't have a choice. My back was up against the wall. Like I need to figure out how to make money. I need a new career. I need a new everything. I need a new identity.
Yeah. Because
I had just only seen myself as a dancer. But after I had put myself through that self-love boot camp, I was like, if I could figure out how to love myself through all that discomfort, I'm sure I could help other people do this too. Plus everything that I have been dabbling in all these years and the healing that I had been doing. Okay, so then I sat in meditation a lot during that time. And it was so clear. God was like, you need to help people do this. Like you need to create a flyer offering like life coaching and you need to go put it on the internet. And I was like, you're crazy. You're insane.
Like what? I know.
Absolutely not.
I just got okay. Like how am I about to help other people? I know.
And I had only seen myself. I had so many limiting beliefs. I was like, I'm a professional dancer. All I do is shake my ass on stage, twerking for Tyga and Becky G and Pitbull. Like, who's going to take me serious?
Wow.
Who's going to be like, yeah, you can help me with my life.
Wow.
So I had a lot of limiting beliefs to overcome, so I worked on those. And then I remember I made a flyer literally straight on Instagram. Like, I am now offering one-on-one coaching sessions. If you need help with mindset, manifestation, spirituality, self-love, like, I don't know, I named a bunch of stuff. I was like, DM me. I literally set posts and I threw my phone across the room and I was like, what? What did I just do? And I like did not want to check my phone. And I checked my phone and people were like, absolutely, sign me up. And I'm like, oh shit, we're really doing this.
Gosh.
And I just started having like Zoom sessions with people. And quickly I was like, oh, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Because I show up to the sessions and I am a vessel. And I am just like channeling information from God through me for this person.
Yep.
Which I know you do as well.
Yep, 100%. Letting him speak through you and show you how to,
Before every call, I literally close my eyes and I say, empty me out, allow me to be a vessel of love, light, and divinity. Speak to me, through me, and for me.
Yes.
And help me to help this person however they need.
Yes.
So I learned that quickly then, that I was like a vessel and a channel for other people's healing. And I was good at it and people were getting results and they were learning to love themselves and they were manifesting new realities. And I was like, okay, this is
lit. Yeah.
This is so lit. Like, this is my new life.
Yeah.
And quickly I started to make more money and all the things that I had been manifesting, that I sat there during the pandemic and I did all the steps and I put my head down and I just focused on it. I had created for myself. So
the life you wanted.
Yeah.
So you said, and I was making the money, and let's get into the money. Because let's talk about this money. Because money be acting funny.
Funny, so funny.
Oh my gosh.
It's only funny because you are.
You're like, because it really ain't funny to me. Like, no, seriously.
Y'all, Bond Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bond Charge products adapt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. Y'all, the list is endless, baby. From blue light glasses and infrared saunas to red light therapy to EMF management, Bond Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern day way of life effortlessly and with maximum impact. My favorite products from Bond Charge is their red light face mask. Y'all know I don't play about my skin. If you follow me on socials, y'all know I always show my skin regimen. But I've been getting breakouts lately from traveling and not enough water. Plus, I just turned 35, you guys, so I'm trying to prevent wrinkles, okay? The red light therapy face mask help with wrinkles, blemishes, sore jaw, eczema, wound healing, razor burns, migraines, scar tissue, ingrown hairs, y'all. The list goes on and on. Red light therapy has been reviewed in over 4,000 peer-reviewed studies, with over 400 plus being double-blind placebo trials. Not only do these studies have amazing health benefits, not one has shown any negative side effect. Bond Charge and the red light therapy face mask literally solved all my problems, y'all. My skin has never looked better. All you have to do is use 10 to 20 minutes each day while you're watching TV or relaxing. It's so lightweight, it doesn't get hot either. Yes, I've tried other brands and I'm telling you, they don't work. Plus, Bond Charge comes with a 1-year warranty. They ship worldwide in rapid time and they have easy returns and exchanges. Since using the Bond Charge red light face mask, y'all, my skin is blemish free. It's so soft and smooth, wrinkle free. Y'all, I am glowing from the inside out. Go to bondcharge.com and use coupon code B Simone to save 15%. That's BONCHARG.com and use coupon code B Simone to save 15%.
I have gone through this whole journey of like, I come from, girl, the hood of Dallas, Texas. Like, I was never like, I can't be like, oh, I was on Section 8. I did used to have food stamps though. And I was talking to my friend about that the other day. I was like, can I get those back?
We need those today.
I love free food.
Use
a couple food stamps. I was on food stamps though. I was in that line, y'all. I was not embarrassed at all. I can't say like I grew up in poverty and I grew up in a horrible household and I didn't have anything and I was just in the projects and the slums. Like, my granny still lived in the hood of Dallas. Like, same house, but we were fine. Like, my parents took care of us. We had everything we wanted. We weren't poverty stricken, but I came from like, you know, the hood of Dallas, right? And so I never grew up with like just money, just having all the money. But once I moved out of the house to Atlanta, Georgia from Dallas, Texas, I moved with, I think, $3,000 in a Toyota. And that $3,000 was gone in 2 weeks. I had never been on my own. I was like, oh my God.
Goes so fast.
What?
Bye.
What? It was gone. So that was when I first like really started struggling with like,
felt the scarcity.
I felt the scarcity. Like, okay, like this is real. Like, eat or go buy a mattress. Like, I was sleeping on the floor. It was like, go to the studio and pour into your dreams, or don't, you know, continue to sleep on the floor. Like, buy a bed
for another week or two.
I was like, okay, I can sleep on the floor. I'm going to pay for the studio. So it was those type of decisions that I was making. I was on food stamps. I had my little Toyota with 3 hubcaps, but I don't ever feel like I had fear around money. I was never like, I'll do anything. I was just like, I'm a hustler. I do hair. I make a couple dollars here. I know how to make it work. But when I got my first like wave of money, I was like, oh my God, like I'm a millionaire now. Like, oh my God. I think I still had that same mindset of not really respecting money. It was just like, it's going to come, it's going to go, it's going to come. But like, how do you get on the trajectory of having it constantly work for you and you're not working for it, and having residual income and investing it in the right places? And I just was so nilly-willy with it that, yeah, it came and it went.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said, like all of a sudden you got all this money, but nothing about you changed. Like your identity didn't change about it. Your mindset only changed because of the money, but not like around self.
Yes.
Like, so the thing is like when your mindset obviously changes. When you get more money, you're like, oh, I have more money now. Okay, amazing. Like I see that money is easier to come by. But that mindset changed because the money came. So it's like, because something happened outside of you, not because you changed it first and then attracted the money. It's like the money came and then the mindset came as a byproduct of that. So then when the money goes, like there goes your abundant mindset with it, you know, as opposed to like having a solid, like I created this for myself. This is how I am and what I believe. I created this new belief system. And so now money has to respond to that. You know what I mean? It was like you were responding to the money.
Yeah. And just in the way I would spend money, like it was just nuts, actually. Like, not nut. Was it nuts, Jazz? It was nuts. I'm like, so we're going to Cabo Friday. Y'all, we're getting a jet. I'm like, okay. Like, no, for sure. She's like, that was like last year. But it would be like, I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to say I regret those moments, because it's like I would still do that today, but I would have more like, where's the money coming from then? If you're going to spend $20,000 on a jet, you need to have 3 times that coming in residually. Like it needs to make sense.
There's like a little bit of,
you get what I'm saying?
Responsibility that maybe is missing here for you. Okay, can I tell you a story?
Please.
That might resonate with you? Okay, so money, again, I wasn't poor either when I grew up, but everyone around, we did struggle financially. Like my parents claimed bankruptcy a bunch of times. Like I had to I remember like I did gymnastics and I had to go to Costco and buy like all these snacks and I had to sell them in gymnastics to make money to pay for gymnastics.
Wow.
So like, again, we weren't broke, like we had food on the table, but we did struggle. And I think where my stories with money came was like everyone else around me had things so easily and their parents had so much money and they were like, yes, here for gymnastics and for dance and for competition and for this and for that. And I was like, I guess I got to go get a job or get a hustle in order to do this, not like everyone else, you know? And like my parents would send me on gymnastics competitions with friends because they couldn't afford to go. So like there was a scarcity that was present there for me. And I always saw my dad struggle to provide for us, whatever. So money is something that I've struggled with my whole life. Again, like I will make and then it'll go away. I'll spend it all, or just like I'll feel really good about money and then all of a sudden I'll have all these fears around money. Like I'm so scared. Oh my God, rent's due tomorrow and I literally don't have enough. Whatever. So another thing that I did during the pandemic was like really work on my money mindset and really work on manifesting more money, right? So I've really worked on that so much. And what I learned was like that I had to heal my relationship with money. So money is energy, and everything and everyone is energy.
Everything.
So the same way I have a relationship with you and we're exchanging energy is the same way you want to be in a romantic relationship with a partner and you're going to be exchanging energy. You want to like show up for that partner. You want to support them. You want them to feel really safe with you. You want to feel safe with them, right? Is the same exact thing with money. Money is an energy and you're in a relationship with it. The same way you're in a relationship with anything else. So if you're in a relationship with money, the same way you want money to be there for you, support you, love you, take care of you, always want to be around you, be obsessed with you, you have to also be that way with money, or money is going to be like, she don't care about me, so I'm going to go.
Wait, so what does that look like? What does being that way with money look like? Tell me so I can keep it.
Okay.
Because I'm over here like, I am budgeting for this LTTA. Like, where's all this money I was giving away back in 2020?
We need y'all to sign up.
No, but like, you think about that. Like now that like I have this big project, I'm investing in myself again. I'm like, baby, all this money you spent 4 or 5 years ago, it's like, dang, that could have been for the app. But you know, everything happens for a reason. I'm not regretting anything I did, but I'm like, all right, now I'm back to a place of All right. Stickler, budgeting. All right now.
So I have two things I want to say.
Okay.
The first thing I want to say is about your relationship with money. It's like, okay, how do you want to feel about money, right? And then you have to like show up for it in those ways. You want money to respect you, you got to respect money. You want money to always want to be close to you, you got to be intimate with your money, right?
What does respecting money look like though? Like
So-
just not
It's like caring about things, that being intentional with it, being intentional with it, but also like being intimate with it. So like looking at your accounts, seeing what's there, knowing what goes in, knowing what goes out.
Every penny, accounting for
every
it.
penny wants to be like, what do you have for me? What do you have for me? What do you want me to do? Right? As opposed to like, I don't know if there's enough in there. I don't know if there's not. I'm going to spend it. It'll come back to me. Money's like,
Oh, that's me.
money's
Oh
like,
my God.
money's like, do you even care about me?
Jesus.
You're not intentional with me. You're not telling me exactly where you want me to go and what you want me to do.
That is horrible. That's me. Like what she just did, I was like, oh my God, that's me.
So how do you think money feels about you in the ways that you're treating
Oh,
it?
she doesn't care. Oh, I'll come, I'll go, I'll da. Like, oh my God.
Like she's going to be with me, I'm going to be with her. Sometimes I'll be there, sometimes I won't.
Wow.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I want to say. The other thing that I want to say is I want to tell you about my realization that I had with money recently that you might resonate with and might help you.
Okay.
So again, I've been like with money. And recently I had a realization about myself that applies to everything, but really specifically with money, but also like men and relationships. But okay, so growing
Ooh,
up,
I can't wait to hear this.
growing up, I received love when I was perfect, right? Like being perfect at dance and perfect at gymnastics and perfect at grades. I'm like just the perfect daughter, right? Like that's how my parents showed love. It was like, she's so perfect. We love her. And when I started to like,
Wow.
I think at some point subconsciously, I started to rebel against that. Like, I think a part of me wanted to just be loved, period. So I started to rebel. Like, I quit gymnastics and I started to not care about my grades. And I was like, I'm going to go out and drink and whatever. So I started to rebel because I wanted to just be loved, period. I didn't really know this until later on. I started to do
Right.
some work and
You
I was
understood.
like, oh,
Yes.
and so in relationships, I show up perfect because I want to be loved that way. But then I also like rebel where I'm like, I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to eat healthy. Because then if I do work out and look good, and if I do eat healthy, that makes me perfect. And a man
It's only
comes
gonna
to love
want
me,
because I'm
that means
perfect.
only because I'm perfect. So I'm going to be not perfect because then I want to see who loves me there.
Wow.
So I had this realization that I have like this perfection side and this rebellious side. And when I realized that I had both those sides, I was like, wow, like I am so good. I'm so balanced because I know that I have both sides. I have my perfection side and I have my rebel side. And like, I'm just, I'm balanced. And with money too, I'm like, I budget, do so good. And then sometimes I'll splurge. The truth is that I realized recently was I wasn't balanced at all. Just because I was aware of the two doesn't mean I was balancing the two. I was bouncing from one to the other. And I do that in everything with food and working out. I'm like, I'm going to be so strict. I'm going to be so on it. And then I'm like,
F it.
F that. I'm going to rebel. I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to eat healthy because
I just
like-
want to live my life and I just love myself regardless.
Yes,
and
because
I want to eat this.
my inner child is literally like in conflict with herself. Like when we're perfect, we're loved. No. I'm not going to be perfect because I want to be loved at my core, And I have these two versions of me constantly showing up and I'm like, oh, we're going to be perfect. Okay. No. We're going to rebel. Okay. And I'm thinking that I'm balanced because I'm aware of the two, but I'm not. I'm literally flip-flopping. And so that shows up in money. I'm like, I'm going to be so good. I'm going to respect my money. I'm going to budget. I'm going to pay my debt off. We're going to be so good. And then an opportunity shows up and I'm like,
F it.
I'm going to blow a bag. I'm
Yep.
going on that trip. It doesn't matter. More is going to come. And I'm like, I'm so balanced. See?
No.
So my healing journey is interesting. It's very intuitive for me. So like when I have these realizations and I realize that I need to heal things, like I'll get like an intuitive way to heal it. So my way was like in meditation, I closed my eyes and I had these two sides of myself show up, my perfectionist side and my rebel side. And I was like, y'all got to get married. Y'all got to get married. You got to become one. We need to integrate them and y'all need to learn how to love each other. And as they were saying their vows at the altar, like perfection was like, okay, I will love you, rebel, and I will choose you and I'll do life with you if when you're a rebel, because it's not bad to be rebellious sometimes. And it's not bad to want to be great and like perfect sometimes.
Yeah.
But operating in only one is like unhealthy.
Yeah.
Right? So my perfection side was like, I'll marry you and I'll choose you and I'll do life with you if when you are rebellious, you're taking me into consideration and you're taking me into consideration and you're choosing actions that's healthy for all of us. And rebel side was like, I will choose you perfectionism and I'll do life with you if you make healthy choices for all of us. So now I'm so aware and I'm in real time, like trying to integrate them and what that looks like. And like, I felt myself the other day want to be like, okay, F it. I'm going to go and I'm going to go to Miami and I'm going to just like blow a bag. Who cares? Even though I knew it wasn't the healthy choice and it wasn't the financially responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do it. And then I said, no. Let's ask both parts here. Like what's healthy? And I was like, okay, I'm not going to go to Miami. I'm going to choose to stay here. And this is like me for the first time integrating both sides. Guess what happened? My best friend's boyfriend was like, hey, what do you need to come out here? I got you. I'll take care of you. Come, whatever you need. And I was like, when I'm in alignment and when I keep promises to myself, the money is like, oh, you did the responsible thing. You cared about me and you kept a promise to yourself and you chose to integrate both of your sides. And now look, you get to go to Miami. You didn't have to spend $1
on your own dime. You didn't have to, on his dime. You didn't have to spend any of your own money. Wow.
And I'm literally doing this in real time right now.
Wow.
Because it doesn't serve me to be rebellious. Sure, I get a quick fix in the moment, but like, it doesn't feel good at the end of the day overall. Yeah. And I'm not being the version of myself that I say that I want to be.
That you say you want to
become. If I want to be a millionaire, does a millionaire blow a bag when it's not responsible to?
No.
How do you become a millionaire? By being responsible with your money, by having a good relationship with it, respecting it, being intimate with it, loving it. You know what I'm saying?
I love that story. So now I'm over here thinking, I'm like, so who do I need to marry in my mind?
Who's getting married?
Who's getting married in my mind tomorrow during prayer?
Well,
I'm like,
I would love to hear what comes up for you, or like any limiting beliefs that still come up for you, or any like habits that you feel like maybe are not healthy with money that you want to share.
I think, habits is me not having every dollar accounted for. I'll just swipe my card, tap my card, because I know what's in my account. Like I know, okay, and then I'll look at my account and be like, damn, after a month, and be like, when did it get here? I thought I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 800,000. This little 20. And then you realize, I'm like, what? But it's because you're just, when you're willy-nilly with your money, and
you're not being intentional.
I'm not being intentional.
I'm not
being intentional. I don't have a schedule. Like I have a schedule for working out. I'm being intentional with my body. I feel better. I feel more energized. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm like, I need to take my glutathione or L-glutathione right after every workout. I need to get my protein. I had 2 eggs this morning with avocado. And that's intentionality. So I'm going to see my body changing and my energy levels rising. But with my money, I'm not intentional. Like if you ask me what's in my bank account right now, I should know the numbers.
You should.
You should know that.
You should.
I know a roundabout, but I don't to the dollar. I should know what I have to the dollar, period.
So like I, in my story of me being like, no, I'm going to be responsible and I'm going to choose healthy, right? On both sides. And I'm not going to be, willy-nilly with my money. Then money came and supported me.
Yes.
Because I respected it. So it supported me. So So like, just in being intentional for you, I feel like I want you to remember that when you're intentional with it, it's going to show up for you more than it ever has.
Yeah.
So like, maybe it feels hard to be intentional, or maybe you don't want to be intentional because you just want to be able to spend, but like being intentional is going to let you get to the place where you can spend more and not really have to think about it as much, because intentionality is just going to be who you are with your money, and money is going to be responsive to that.
Yeah.
Sustainably.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No.
What were you going to say? I'm just going to tell you another limiting belief, but you want to go?
I just want to give you one more thing. Something that's really helped me be intimate and respectful with my money and like work on my relationship with money is that I have a money date every Friday.
You little stinker. I love that.
It's in my calendar. I literally, like, if you want it to be like romantic, you totally can like light a candle and like pull out your journal, set the vibes, and look at your accounts.
Ooh,
Look at your
fire.
accounts. See what's coming in. See what's going out. Do we have enough in each account for what's like? I literally in my calendar have every month, like it's on repeat. Like if my rent comes out on the 1st, how much? It's on my calendar.
Okay.
And when my cell phone bill is on the 5th, it's on my calendar and how much.
Wow.
So I can go in, I'll have a money date, let's say on a Friday, and I'm like, okay, what do we got going on next week? I see everything that's coming out from each account, my personal, my business, and I'm like, do we have enough in those accounts? Yes. Okay. Then can we put some into savings? Can we? And I have a money date, and money is like, thank you for
that
taking,
is so healthy.
Spending time with me,
taking
being intimate
care of
with
me, caring about me,
being intentional with me. Like I am going to show up for you.
Wow.
It's like in any romantic relationship, don't you want to go on date nights?
Yeah.
And when your man like sets up date nights and makes you feel really good, sets the vibe, is like,
it's like,
what do you got going on? Talk to me.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? What do you need from me?
Yeah.
You're like,
I can't wait to take care of you next week. I can't wait
got
to show
you.
up for you. I got you. Yeah.
I really got you.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna text you when I do mine.
Yes.
Send you pictures like I'm on my money day.
No, literally, my friends, sometimes if you want, like we'll get on FaceTime or
love
Zoom or
that.
something. I will literally help you do your calendar. We'll go through your accounts and like write down everything that comes out on autopilot. All of that. I literally love doing it.
See, you're like,
I'm like,
let me get you together.
I love you. I got you.
You're gonna be a billionaire right next year. I was like 30 under 30. I'm 35. I missed that mark, but does Forbes do
Under 40?
Yeah, do they do that?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna be the first one.
Okay.
40 under 40. Whatever.
Okay, you're going to
But,
tell me a limiting belief.
I love that. Okay, I'm going to do something like that. And let me think about how I can do that. My other limiting belief, I had this conversation with Jazz when I was in Saudi because I was guilt tripping myself about going there
See,
for
it
my
doesn't even
birthday.
feel good to do it.
I'm like, and Jazz is like, no. Like, this is your birthday. Like, don't regret. Like, but she was like, but
You're already there.
yeah,
You're already there. You might
Enjoy
as
your
well
birthday.
enjoy it.
Yes. Like, whatever. But I was like, like the last few days of my birthday, I was like thinking about the app and thinking about work. And I'm so fulfilled at work. Like I love coming here. Like today I was like, I'm so tired, but I'm like, I'm so tired and I'm so excited. I get to go to a job that I love. Like I love, you're tired.
I'll be tired here all day.
What?
I woke up at 5 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
Gratefully. Happy to be here.
I'm grateful. I'm so like happy. Right. But I was ready to come back to work and I'm like, I got to get back to the hustle. Like I think the other limiting belief I have is that like, I don't know if this is negative or bad, but I'm like, if I lose it all, I've been at the bottom before. I'll be fine. Like that's like, it's like if this is all gone tomorrow, if I get down to zero in my account, like I'm gonna figure it out. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. Like I said that to Jasmine. I was like, I know how to hustle. I know how to get it. Like if the money gets low, like I'll be fine. I can sleep on the floor again, or I can hustle. Like that is a limiting belief because I don't ever need to be on nobody's floor ever again.
You know what? You know where the powerful place to be is? It's like, it's knowing that, yes, if everything was gone, I know that I can create a new reality for myself. I know that I can manifest more money. I can hustle. I know that. But it's also knowing that I don't have to.
100%.
It's knowing that I don't have to. And it's knowing that I choose not to live in that reality any longer. So saying that to yourself is like keeping that in your energy field of like, the universe is like, okay, God is like, so you do want to go to square one? You do want to lose it all? I'm confused because you keep talking about that. You keep saying how you want to live.
And you'll be fine if you do.
You keep telling me,
hell no,
that you want to sleep on the ground again. I'm confused, So no wonder you're like, because your thoughts and your beliefs are like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there. And so God is like, It's like, when do I get into the jump rope, hopscotch? I don't know,
Yeah.
So you need to just like, it's like, okay, I know that and I don't need to repeat that to myself. It's something that I know and I need to just like remove that from something I say to myself or something I focus on.
Yeah. The focus, shifting
it's
the
like,
focus.
What do I want to focus on instead? I want to focus on the fact that I have gotten myself out of there and I get to stay here and I get to up level more and more and more. Like one of my favorite affirmations is it gets to get better and better and better.
Oh, I love that.
It gets to get better and better and better. Like I don't have to go down to go up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, okay, another thing that I want to say.
Yeah.
Because you said how like that's a fear that you have or thought that comes up. And like rightfully so, because you've been there before. And this is where I think like inner child healing comes in. Because we also, when that thought comes up of like, okay, well, a fear. When I lose it all, like, it's okay. I'll be okay. I've been there before. That's just that version of you that existed is like, we're still scared of that happening. We're still scared that that might happen because we've been there before. And even though you've gotten here, I don't know that you've like acknowledged me there and that fear of mine. So you don't want to bypass her and be like, no, look at all this money. We're good. You want to be like, I understand why you're scared. And you get to come with me, and I'm going to show you a new reality. You get to have this, but I understand that you're scared and I'm going to be there with you at your fear. I'm not trying to leave you behind and leave you there in your fear by yourself. Like, come with me. I'm going to show you a whole new world.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Because when the fears come up, it's just a version of us that hasn't fully healed and doesn't feel safe enough to fully go into the abundance or the next. Like, it doesn't fully feel safe to go there because we have so much trauma from where we've been.
Yeah.
And so there's a big part of sitting with your younger version of yourself or your inner child that is fearful. So when those fears come up, you don't want to just be like, no, I'm not going to think about that. It's like, okay, I see you. I love you.
Yeah.
Come with me. Look at what we get to have. I'm going to affirm a new truth to you until you feel safe to fully come with me.
And
I'm not going to force you over here. I'm just going to show you, look what's possible for us.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to practice that. I love that. I'm going to practice that. I can do this.
You can do it.
And even like as you're talking, I'm like changing the mindset. Like when you see your accounts, I'm like, oh, this kind of low. It's like, girl, we know how to make this work.
We know how to
flip this. We know how to, invest this. We know how to budget this. Like, but the budgeting. Okay, if you want to go on a trip, how much? Don't go over the budget. If the budget is 5, 10, whatever it is for the trip, and you can't swipe your card again. You stick to the budget. If that's so like looking at the account and not being fearful, but being like, this is more than enough to invest, to spread, to live, to multiply.
Totally. And, I think for me, and I don't know about you, but when I have been, when I have like splurged and been like rebellious, it also comes from a place of lack.
Yeah.
Of like, I really want that experience. Like, and I have to have it now. And I haven't had that. And we'll just spend all our money to have it, as opposed to like, I get to have those experiences.
And they're going to come.
And they're going to come.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily have to like blow all my money to have that right now. You know what I mean? And it's like temporary sacrifices for long-term abundance.
Longevity. I've been talking about that too on the podcast, as you said, that like making decisions now that affect for long-term and the long-term goals and not just feeling good in the moment, whether it's diet, money, whatever.
Because there is a lack mindset, a scarcity mindset that says, if I don't do it right now, like when
I won't have it.
I won't have it. And it's like, you have your whole life to have that.
You have your whole life to have it.
And in making the responsible choice right now, you actually get it faster.
Yeah.
Because money gets to respond to your responsibility.
And get more of it. Instead of having it once, you getting this one bag and using your tax refund.
Getting
this a Louis bag. Like, having it later and being able to get 10 and being able to afford it and being able to not nitpick and all the things.
Well, like, look at it this way. Like, you can go on this amazing, extravagant Saudi trip that I saw you going. That was so lit. You can go on that right now and not feel good while you're there.
Right.
Because you're worried.
Right.
Or you could not go on it, maybe go on a cheaper trip and have a Saudi trip in the future that's like somehow even more lit than that one, and like stay longer and then from Saudi go to India and bigger and better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A whole different experience that's not based around the fear of the money. Well, this was my free session. So I'm going to book on, what is it? JamieHealsEveryWomanInTheWorld.com. What's the website?
My website. Sounds good. I should change it to that. Has a ring to it. No, my website is JamieLeeRuiz.com.
Jamie Lee, spell it.
JamieLeeRuiz.com. And my Instagram is at James Lee and the number 4.
Y'all check out this ball of light, you guys. This was such a good freaking episode. I want y'all to comment below. Y'all let me know y'all's relationship with money. If you've done any like money manifesting tricks and tips and anything, like her little date with money. I'm gonna be doing that now. Don't say nothing to me when y'all see me on Snapchat with my candle and my man, Benjamin Franklin.
Yes, literally, exactly.
Literally, Mr. Benjamin. And what's the other guy?
Put on a little lingerie if you need to.
Right. Like, you like that? Yeah. You want
I got plans for you, baby.
Literally. So you guys comment below, please, please, please. I want to know your money manifesting stories and your relationship with money and finances and all the things. So thank you, Jamie. This was such a good episode. This makes me feel better. Like, I'm so excited to be better with my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it for you.
Ugh. At least I'm aware.
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Right.
you got to do something about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
It's like, you've been aware for years.
You've been very aware. What are we going to do about it?
You've been aware for a decade. Now let's change the habit.
But wait, really quick. That's like how I was with my perfectionist and my rebellious. I was aware,
Aware.
but I wasn't doing the right thing about
Like,
it. But, oh, sorry. I know we're done. But like, really quick,
go.
I think when you were asking like what should get married is like your younger child that's fearful and your future abundant self need to like get married. You need to make healthy choices for each other.
Okay. I love that. I'll work on that.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Okay. Thank you, James. This was such a good episode, you guys. Y'all check her out. Once again, go to lttaapp.com. Join the community. I'm so excited to have more conversations about this. And I cannot wait to come back on a podcast episode and be like, yeah, billionaire B. I don't really be spending like that. I wear Skechers. No, I actually do have Skechers.
No.
I do. Is that lack mindset?
It's just not that cute.
I work out in them. They feel really good on my feet.
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Jesus. Skechers sponsor this show. I wear y'all shoes in the gym, okay? Skechers.com. Go get them. They feel so great when you're doing a squat.
I can't wait for Billionaire B. I'll send her an invoice.
Yeah, she's coming. And I can't wait to talk about this. And like, when y'all see me on the jet, just know I'm not booking the jets from a scarce to lack mindset. I'm booking it because I got it.
Because I got it, baby.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yes, thank you guys for checking out the Let's Try This Again podcast. Another episode. You guys, every Monday, the audio drops on all audio platforms. Every Tuesday, the visual drops on YouTube. And please, please, please remember Spotify, Apple, you guys. I have been seeing y'all's reviews and literally on Apple Podcasts, I literally get teary-eyed because I cannot believe y'all sit there and give me 5 stars. And the messages y'all write, oh my gosh, please go leave a review. I think I'm going to start sharing some of those on the episodes on the pod. They're just so beautiful. Thank you so much for the messages. Leave a comment, rate, comment, subscribe, and send this link to somebody who need to get their money right. Maybe you send it to yourself. So I love you guys. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
And I will see you guys next week on the Let's Try This Again pod. Love y'all. Bye.